So just a couple of few announcements. Watch for an email from Dina Nelson. It will have important information and tips on how to be successful in college. So check your Nightingale email for that. So Mikhail Snyder is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Nightingale College, a single-purpose private institution of higher learning based in Salt Lake City, Utah, operating in Utah, Idaho, Nevada, and Wyoming, and dedicated to advancing the quality and access to education for healthcare professions. A registered nurse for more than 25 years, Snyder has a wealth of management experience in post-secondary education for health professions and healthcare delivery services. He's a published academic author, conference speaker, and guest lecturer specializing in strategic planning, organization development, forecasting, and management. Snyder holds a Master of Business Administration degree from the University of California, Berkeley Haas School of Business. So please welcome Mikhail Snyder.
All right. Is there an electric fire going on? Hopefully not. Hi, everybody. Wait, that's the trick. So sorry about that. You know, I don't know if you get to the internet here in Nevada, but hopefully, okay, let me do this. Okay, so we're gonna speed it up a little, so not to delay you on exit too much. Everybody can hear me? Okay? Yes. Good. Okay. Let's see. Boom. How's the recording going? All is good? Back there? Very good. Okay. So for that's a nice group here. Everybody from around here? Vegas, Henderson? Awesome. All right. It's kind of chilly.
Yeah.
All right. Last night at about 1:30, and wow. You know, I didn't have any more clothes, just like this. Anyway, so I don't know what you're doing, but they promised on TV today that it's gonna warm up by Friday. Yay! All right. Awesome. Okay. So happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Well, thank you. Wow. It's audience participation. That is correct. So I'm going to kind of float around. It's a big group. When you speak, to make sure that we're picking it up on the well, not on the broadcast. We're recording this for everybody else. So yay, everybody else is getting an extra assignment. You're not. Yay. Woohoo! See, way to start school. No assignment. Okay. So we're recording this for everybody else, everywhere else. There was a slight error. That was an intro from about, I don't know, 3 years ago that Sammy read. We're not only in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. We operate throughout the United States. As a matter of fact, this new incoming cohort, which you guys are part of, we have over 700 people that were supposed to be watching this broadcast, but we'll watch the video afterwards, and almost 100 in Nevada. So between here and up in Reno, that's mostly there. 32 states altogether are represented, with California being the largest enrollment once again. Go figure, right? And the smallest is in Michigan. We have one new learner starting in Michigan. Most of you are starting in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Yeah? Show of hands, who's not? Because, you know, anybody in the room not in the BSN generic program, essentially, not a registered nurse. Okay, good. We have some starts also in the licensed practical nursing program, in the Masters of Science in Nursing Education program. So, but the bulk of our enrollment at the college is in the bachelor's. So today, really, what it's all about, we're going to interact. We're going to decide whether, you're going to decide whether this is the right place for you to be and the right time. Once again, we're giving you this one more opportunity to figure it out. My only job today is to try scaring you to death
and really talking you out of it. Yeah? Everybody good? So, look, and for some of you, it may not be the right time to do this. I'll give you a statistic. Only about 75% of everybody who starts actually graduates. So, look to your right, you to your left, about 4 of you, groups 4 of you. One of you is not going to be walking across that stage. So, which is kind of sad, right? And so the question, and this is why we do this up front, the question to you is this cohort across the 32 states going to break this statistic? So are you? Yeah. All right, I hear. Okay, so it's not too late to make your New Year's resolution. For those of you for whom it wasn't like graduate actually, if that was not your New Year's resolution for 2022, starting school on January 3rd, you have made a wrong resolution. Yeah? So kind of rewind, go back, do a new one. Okay, any fun resolutions though? Or is everybody like graduate? Actually show up on the first day and then graduate. I see some nods. Yeah, okay. Some of you who are not nodding, what were yours? Anything? Anything fun? Yes?
Visit a new country.
Visit a new country. Oh, wow, that's a good one. I come from a new country for all of you. Actually, I do. What wasn't mentioned in the bio is that I'm an immigrant to the United States. Come here in my late teens and not speaking any English. So this was a very new country for me, and I know for some of you probably that's the case. English is not your first language. Certainly, probably in this room, but we have other folks that is true. So it's I wasn't born a CEO of a company and a college president. Everybody gets that, right? I wasn't born a registered nurse, which I've been one for over 25 years, as they've mentioned. Been a nurse for over 30 now, altogether. So practicing in the States for about 25. A little over 25 now. Okay, so that, what do you think that takes? Dedication, that's a good word, yes. What else? Perseverance, yes, so you gotta push, right? Sacrifice, yeah, okay, for some of you, all Insta has to go away. I'm sorry, nobody's that interested in pictures of your food. I mean, by that I mean probably everybody is interested, but you don't have time, right? So some sacrifices have to be made, whatever it is for you. So the journey is tough, right? It's not simple. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. Nursing school is tough. The reason why, and our graduation rate actually is higher than many places. Some nursing programs, here in Nevada, they graduate about 30% of their classes, and for a good reason. We support you. We support you more. However, the journey is yours, not mine. I have done mine. You see the fancy suit and the fancy shoes and all of that, good hair, right? Moisturized skin. This is almost 50. Not bad, huh? So anyhow, it's you have to. The journey is yours. You have to go through it. You have to push. You have to persevere. You have to be dedicated. You have to have resiliency in this. And those are not just words that are bouncing back. But in that process of, you think, for me, coming to the United States, literally with nothing, as a refugee, and journeying all this way. So those are, we said dedication, perseverance, resiliency, all of that was required. What was happening, actually, do you think, to me? in that journey? Like, you know, what is that process called? Growth, yay! Woohoo! My favorite word. Growth is it. Growth is required constantly. So let me ask you this. Now that we, you know, kind of warmed up the crowd and everybody's boop, boop, going, everybody's with me, connecting. Wow, that's pretty good. Nobody's like, you know, posting right now. That's for later. Okay, somebody in the back's just like bored out of their mind, right? It's like, oh, it's like, do I have to? You don't. No. It's just, you know, are you going to be part of that 25%? That's or 75. That's the problem. Oh, that's the question, actually. Okay, let me ask you this. Why are you here?
My kids.
Like, okay, for your kids. Okay, what about your kids? Okay, so being a role model for your children, kind of through your growth and elevation and journeying through education and becoming, you know, better and a professional registered nurse, being a model for them. Fantastic. What else? The what? For yourself. Can you pull down the mask? So yourself, how? Tell me more. Right, so anybody else in miserable jobs that you absolutely, you know, don't like? If you had a dream job right now, you would not be enrolling in school. I can tell you that much. If you do have a dream job right now, this is not the right place. So, you know, I don't know how you ended up here. We tried talking you out of it already along the way, but okay, for yourself, right? To do something that you would like to do for fulfillment from your work and career. Good. What else? Why are you here? What? Who's whispering? Throw a mask. For what? For the knowledge. Okay, that's good. Tell me more. Why? Yeah, you know, learning is empowerment, right? By the way, notice, we call you not students. The S word is frowned upon around here. No good, no good. Learner is what we call you. You know, nerds, new learner orientation, probably very weird. You'll kind of stared at that for a while. I was like, why? Why are we calling you a learner? The what? That's what you are, yeah. But that describes your role. You're here to learn, right? So that's exactly what it is. If you think you're here for any other reason, again, wrong place. Wrong place. Okay, why else are you here? So learning, gaining knowledge, growth. Yeah, it's like that's what you're here for. Look, I'll tell you why I am here. And it is literally to change the world. Literally. Not kinda, not wish for it, not, you know, cross my fingers, not pray, but do. Change the world for the better. Why do you think I can do that? What? Go ahead.
Where you came from and where you are today in your history.
Right, so kind of like that, you know, that journey of mine, I know that everything and anything is possible for a human being. Why do I think better world is possible, do you think? Or how do we get to better? Anybody really satisfied with the world right now? With this nation right now? No. I immigrated for this promise, right, of the shining, shining city on a hill, right? Of like the dream where dreams come true, where people hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm yet to find that, I've been here for quite a while. Haven't quite found that. So how do we get to Shining City on the Hill? How do we get to a better world? Yes?
I think when you give people the right skills and tools through knowledge, you're able to achieve that.
Yeah, so when people gain through some support and facilitation, gain skills and knowledge and tools to be able to do that, but to be able to do what? What is really, at the end of the day, why is the world the way it is? The what? There's no humanity. Right. So if you expand on that a little bit, or maybe put it in different words, our species is failing. We're failing. Human beings are failing, miserably failing at what? At compassion, at kindness, at love, at all of the things that we naturally hold. We all understand them, right? We all can express it. We know what it feels like to love and be loved, right? And yet we're very, very, stingy. We're selfish, yes. Our ego is what stands in a way. Our ego that is convinced that the way it is right now is just fine. It's just good enough. Well, I have a little secret for you all. The way we are right now, me included, is not good enough. The point of growth is just that. It's constant. It is never ending. Human beings can be better human beings. All of us. All of us have room to grow. All of us have room to learn. All of us have possibility to change the world. The only way you change it is through you. You may wish, you may pray, you may do everything that you want to do about them. Because the problem, obviously, is with them, right? It's with the other. They are the problem. If only they would be better. If only they would grow. If only they would learn. If only they would elevate. That's what would make it better. And our egos rarely turn to ourselves, look in the mirror, and say, how can I be better? How can I grow? How can I learn? How can I elevate? And again, trust me, we all have room to grow and to go. Ever heard of Maslow? Some of you have been to, maybe like a psychology course and colleges and high schools, whatever, spend a little bit of time on him. But the point, the biggest point of Maslow's theory is that human beings' highest motivation is growth. Is nothing else but growth. It feels really, really awesome. Nothing else feels as good as becoming better. So the invitation to all of you, starting today, if that wasn't your New Year's resolution, I will become better this year. I will be a better human being. I will be a more elevated human being, a more knowledgeable human being. I will learn, I will evolve, I will push forward, I will persevere, I'll be resilient, I'll go for it, I'll strive for my dreams. If that wasn't the New Year's resolution, time to change it. Or, let's do this. I'll make you a deal. Because it probably is like, oh my, I thought I was signing up for college. And now here he is, wanting me to be a better human being, and pay attention, and engage, and drop Insta. Ugh. That's okay. You may need a few days to, kind of figure it out. So here's the deal. Until Friday next week, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, which for those of you in Alaska, that would be 3 p.m. your time on Friday the 10th. For those of you in Pennsylvania, that is going to be, let's calculate it, 7 p.m. your time on Friday, January the 10th. Try this on for size. See if it fits. See if you like it. Because, oh yeah, hi. Hello. Questions right away. Oh, okay, yes, the 14th. You're absolutely right. I'm a little jet lagged. Okay, yeah, good point. Friday the 14th. So, by the way, this is going to be one of the questions for our friends who are watching this video. Is going to be this. Until what time in my time zone I have to notify Nightingale College that this is not for me? That would be Friday the 14th, and then Pacific time here in Nevada, 4 p.m. Very good. Okay, so that's one of the questions that we're going to post. You know, to make sure that people actually watch the video, because otherwise, you know, it would be too easy. Okay, so you don't have to watch the video unless you're like so riveted by it. You know, this. You want to play it on repeat over and over and over, and like, you know, this is like the best self-help seminar I've ever had, and all of that. Okay, now, if you notify us by that deadline, meaning sending a email to registrar with a copy to your learner support advisor, whom you probably have met through the admissions process, and if not, there's likely email from them to you in your Nightingale mailbox. So you notify them in writing, say, you know what, tried it for size, didn't fit, thank you very much. We will not charge you any tuition. At 4:01 p.m. Pacific time on Friday the 14th, you will owe us for 2 weeks. Yeah, good. The deal is good. Okay. Now, if you use, stuff, I'm going to charge you fees for like if you've used stuff, but no tuition until after that time. Questions on that? Yeah, no? So everybody good, kind of can play around, go into Canvas, play around with other things, and then get at it. Now, okay, so now we're going to talk about how really, really tough it is. So you know this thing that happened this morning, right? We all show up, we all are on time, the internet is not cooperating. Technology, you know. Okay, so the one thing for you to know is that some things are in our control as an educational institution. Some other things are not. We used many, support technology, so on and so forth, vendors, all of that. Inevitably, things go wrong with technology. And we're tech-based instruction, right? It's a lot of it is technology, and yay, Oculus is coming, woo! Not for games, for actual simulations. Okay, but every once in a while, something might go wrong with the technology. So you have to, absolutely have to, must be patient through it, figuring it out. We're there to support you. Sometimes, there's only so much we can go. We could refer you to, and the vendor, whoever owns Oculus, is it the Meta Systems, formerly known as Facebook? Okay, so may refer you to them for some support. Or you may have to go to Plan B, like we're doing right now. And Plan B for us today is recording this, posting this, asking some questions for those who will view it later. But anyway, Plan B for Oculus not working, maybe you have to do it in 2D. right? You can just do it on a flat screen for, until you figure out what's happening with your set. Everybody good? Okay, so that will come up. Now, and again, you have two choices to make. You can throw your hands in the air, you can curse at it, you can, whatever, you can raise your blood pressure, or you ask yourself, what would an elevated human being do about this, right? And then you frame it, if you frame it in that way, your answers are going to be very different from if you frame it from other place. Yesterday, it was like hot off the presses. I missed one of my connections. I was traveling internationally, coming back after the holidays home, and missed my connection at JFK, ran. My heart rate got to like 177. I ran through that terminal. I got there. They just shut the door. And it's like, oopsie, not flying. So I had to rebook. It was 4.5 hours wait. And that flight got delayed by another 2.5. So it was a lovely, 7.5-hour layover. What I could have, and I was very tired, traveling for, the entire trip took me 40 hours. Still standing in front of you, right? Well moisturized. That's right. Choices, we all have them. And we all must make them, right? And there's always a choice. There's always a choice about how you approach something. Now, so we'll talk about evolvitude in a bit. And I don't know, we were supposed to have something, Nina, no? Projecting no, but they all got it.
Yeah, they're going to get it
Okay. Okay, so you'll get it in your email. It's on our website. It's called the Evolvitude Statement. We'll talk about that a little later and what that's all about. But back to being tough, it being tough. Now, there is a lot that you have to learn. A lot. A lot that you have to learn. No. There's no way to fake this. Absolutely not. Some stuff in high school, or maybe previous college or whatever else, you faked. Let's just be real, right? Yeah. You did not do that homework. Then you show up, and then I remember mine, nursing school. And we were in, small classes, and the instructor is right there, and, they call you out, and it's like, okay, you tell me about this. Education has moved on into a much more engaging thing since then. But, it was something about skin abscesses or something like that were so it was a dermatology-based, skin-based class, and I got called on, and I had no idea. And then there's some whispers about what it is, and so I had to describe the anatomical, what physiologically, anatomically, what happens when there is a skin abscess, and without having read anything and not really hearing what people were really trying to help me whispering, I went on this tangent about poking it with a metal kind of a metal core. So there is something about the abscess and its core. So I thought they were trying to tell me how to. Anyway, it was everybody left hysterically. I learned a lesson. I got my F, or the equivalent of it, and then I had to go back and study it. There is absolutely nothing you can skip. You will never pass, even if you graduate. Some fake it. Some fake it so good that they graduate. Guess what? There's no faking around the licensing exam. If you fake it through school, if you do not engage, and for some of you, those of you for whom it was really easy in high school, you're in for a surprise. This may come easy, it may not. And some things absolutely won't. So you have to, again, do what? Engage, you have to do what? To get it. Learn, right. How? You have to study, have to be resilient about it. You have to persevere through it. You must, right? It's like something doesn't come. And also, too, kind of a success tip. Do not try doing things in the same way. If something didn't work the first time around, you must change an approach. Otherwise, it's never going to work. As human beings, we're like really, we should know this lesson by heart by the time we're 5. That doing the things in the same way and expecting a different outcome, it's plain psychotic. It's not, yet that's our favorite thing to do as human beings. Just keep everything just the same. And then, fingers crossed, the outcome will be better next time around. Newsflash, it won't. So our friends on the video, hey, success tip number 1 is try a different approach. Reframe. That's what it is. When something hasn't produced the outcome, when you're studying, when you're engaging, and all of that, when it did not produce the outcome that you desire. Now, you can't go to the instructor and it's like, oh, I don't like the grade. Well, tough. That's exactly what they tell you. Some of you, I know I'm saying it right now. I know, people are going to be watching this. Inevitably, a handful of you from 700 plus in this cohort will email me at some point during the program asking me to change something for you. Because, the all-powerful CEO. So here's my standard response. Hey, thank you for reaching out. I get it. Nursing school is tough. I get it. You are not satisfied with the outcome that you achieved. I get it. You don't like a policy that we have. Guess what, though? Federal rules explicitly prohibit me from getting involved in your individual academic or financial decisions. Everybody good? Then I'm like, try again with your instructor. Well, some will write back and will say, oh, no, they're not listening. They don't want to change my grade. I've asked them. That's that. That ends there. There's some grievance process that you can go through, whatever. But we have records of your academic performance. It's like right there. Everything is saved. Whether you did something, didn't do something, did something correctly, did something incorrectly, everything is going to be in. So again, instead of whining about it, instead of complaining about it, guess what? Try again, change the approach, go at it again, do better next time. Literally, for some of you, it is going to require getting rid of the distractions. What are your distractions right now? Call them out. Yeah, TikTok. Woof. I know. Yeah. What else?
Friends.
A what?
Friends.
Friends. Yes. All 1,219 of them. Correct? Yeah. Science says a human being cannot know. Really, our brains are incapable of really knowing or engaging with more than 150 people at any one time. Yet your Facebook accounts? It's true for all of us. Now, I only have maybe 10 friends on Facebook, and I never go there. But okay, so friends could be a distraction. So you write them a little thing, and you say, hey, I will be MIA for about 32 to, those of you who are slower learners, 48 months. So I will resurface after that. Bye-bye, Facebook. Ooh, Zuckerberg doesn't like me to say that. He doesn't know anything about me. But I'm sure Facebook or TikTok or whatever else are not happy with us talking about this, but that is exactly what is going to take. Okay, other distractions that you will face. Distractions. Just TikTok and friends? Family, kids, yeah. Kids, you know, those of you who have a bit older children, guess what? Guess who's doing laundry? But Mom. Nope. Laundry is your duty now for the next about 32 to 48 months. Yo, they'll be so good. What else? Work. Work is a distraction. It is. I mean, it's for real is. Now, and you have to resiliently persevere through juggling a lot while going to school. That's why we put you through a ringer with the enrollment process, with the admissions process. We want you to, you know, we give you a realistic preview of this, how tough it's going to be. Then we ask you to make a commitment and go talk to other people and kind of get the support, somebody to make you sandwiches perhaps, right? Especially if you're working full-time and going to school full-time. That is a really tough thing to do. You literally do not have time for anything else. You do not have time for the weekends. Life as you know it is over for the next 32 to 48 months. Any advanced placements? Okay, just a handful. So maybe a little less for you. Lucky. Yeah, already got some classes in. Yay. Everybody else, you know, it's going to be a while. So again, get rid of the distractions and make sure that, so that's success tip number 2, getting rid of your distraction. Success tip number 3. Look, you're here to, we already determined this, to learn, right? To grow, to elevate, to become a better human being, right? What do you think we're here for? To support you, yeah. Who was that? To support you through your journey. We provide you resources. We are there to, you know, cheer you on if that's what you need. Kind of give you tough love when you need that. Just reach out. We have plenty of that. You know, your learner support advisor is, I mean, they're really good at that. We're here to help you navigate through this maze of everything that we have as an institution. So the college navigators come in really handy to that. We're here to facilitate your journey. We're not here to take it for you, right? As I said, we have gone on ours and we'll continue journeying on our journey, individual journeys, everybody who works here. We're here for one reason, is to support you and to build a better world by inviting people into elevation and then supporting them through that. So yeah, but we're not here to like pull you, push you, or anything like that, right? We're here to support you and facilitate your educational journey. That's that. Now, it's not like elementary school, you know, with Miss Klein or whatever, you know, her grammar school teacher, whatever her name was, right? With a stick there. Do it. Nope. Which is if you don't do it, what we're going to do? Yeah, you're going to get an F and ta-da. And then when that NCLEX comes, again, if you graduate, if you're part of the 75%, oof. If you miss something, again, so if you're planning, if you don't have time, if you're planning on not doing this for real, you may need, this is success tip number 3, and actually it goes for everybody, you will need to decide who's going to be your pusher. Because every once in a while things get so tough, right? We just want to like throw our hands up and then we just want to cry. I mean, yesterday, in addition to my 7.5-hour layover, in my running to the gate, I left my cell phone in the security bin at the security. So I had to go back and then beg them to, and we were walking around the whole belt with the bins and whatever, and I was just like, you know, ringing this very faint find my phone jingle. We found it. But at a certain point, when people were like, just no, sorry, haven't seen it and whatever, I was like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna fall apart. I'm not going to Vegas, that's it. I'm going home. Could have, right? No, made a different choice. Actually found the phone, then called my pusher, and I'm like, oh, I need a pep talk. They're like, you can do it. You committed to it, do it. Now, so find your pusher. Now, this is an assignment that goes for everybody, not just those, who are answering the quiz after this video. So all of you either send us the no, but thanks, no. By when? Friday the 14th, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Mountain, and so on. Or you send this future vision, if you haven't done this yet, and this may have been through the admissions process, future vision of yourself, kind of little, just a couple of paragraphs, write out a letter to your future self. Describe you, here's what I am in 32 to 48 months. Here's what it feels like to be me. Here's what I have accomplished. Here's what I have achieved. And here's why. So that why question that I asked in the beginning is really, really important. It is really important to keep in mind of why you're doing this. Because when times get tough, when there's an unexpected 7.5-hour layover, and your phone is missing, oof. Unless your why still is strong, you will fall apart. And unless somebody else can remind you of your why and that future vision of yourself, you will fall apart. So you write that out, first of all. You print it out, stick it on your fridge. Another great place to put it, right opposite your toilet. Right? Everybody has to sit down every once in a while. It's really good because it's like we're always there. A reminder of why you're doing this, right? For my kids. Like, kids, I'm doing it for you. Here's the reminder to me that I'm doing it for you. And share it with your pusher, whoever it is, that person, that a friend, a family member. It could be a counselor. It could be an advisor, a learner support advisor, right? They could be that. They will gladly play it if you ask them to do that for you. But it's important to share your why. It's important to share this future vision of yourself and not just keep it to you, but to share it out. So please send that. It doesn't have any format requirements. It doesn't have any length requirements. But send that. So you send either to registrar and your learner support advisor, no, but thanks, no. And then, you go away, we don't charge a tuition, yay, everybody's happy, everybody parts friends. Or you send to your learner support advisor, here's the future vision of yourself and my why, essentially your why you're doing this. Everybody good? When is this assignment due? Bless you. Friday the 14th, thank you. I mean, obviously, if you know it now already, you can do it today, get it out of the way, because, other assignments are coming starting tomorrow. Today, thank you. It's school, so everybody's good with that. Secure that, right? So yesterday for me, it was like, oh yeah, but if I don't go to Vegas, guess what? I'll miss out on this. I'll miss out on actually conveying to folks why I'm here and what's in it for me. My why. And I'm like, okay, pick it up, dust it off, take a snooze in a little chair, like very cramped, and then get there. So that's an important thing for you to do. Again, if and it's okay. It's okay. Look, it's okay if it's not the right time for you. It's okay if we are not the right school. You have to make that decision and make an informed decision based on all of the stuff that I'm talking about. You know how several of you have your cell phones in front of you that light up every so often, right? That's a distraction. That's the type of stuff that you will have to put on hold, right? Do not disturb on your watch, if you have, or on your phone, or on your tablet, or whatever it is. So in order to be able to be successful. Look, this is expensive. Everybody gets it? Yeah. None of you are independently wealthy. Same as none of you have a dream job right now. Yeah? Everybody agrees? Anybody independently wealthy? Again, you would not be here. What for? Unless you were like independently wealthy and then like, I just so want to be a nurse because I want to help people. Haven't quite heard that, right? Yeah. Do you? Everybody? Yeah? It is about people? It is about health? Okay, good. So, but this is expensive. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, and all of that. So please, please, please do not start borrowing for this. Some of you have gone to school before and you have borrowed before without having that goal of actually completing it and actually becoming licensed. And just dreaming about completing or becoming licensed as a registered nurse, or getting, for those of you who are into BSN, or in the master's program, or getting to that next job or next level of your career, again, don't do it. Don't do it unless you can commit to it, and then push, and then do not make any excuses around it. Because your ego is going to be like, oh, just this once. Just this once, I'm going to give myself a pass. That thing is pre-programmed to do that constantly. It does two things. Feels sorry for itself and gives itself a pass and takes the path of least resistance and all of that. So please, you have to start really, really, in order to be successful in this, in addition to everything that I've said, becoming aware of yourself, becoming aware of how you act, when you act, why you act, right? So here's evolvitude statement. You can read the whole statement. It is there. What does it sound like? Evolvitude. Change, right? Sort of an attitude of evolvement and change and all of that. That's exactly what it meant to sound like. That is the values statement for this organization. Everybody who works here and everybody who comes here as a learner. And then hopefully you carry it forward as alumni. This is really the crux of us becoming better human beings. That's what it's all about. There are words like, I embody deliberate development, but then grounded in kindness and love and forgiveness and trust and all of that stuff that we know how to, we just choose not to. Toward ourselves, self-care is important. Toward others as well. You have to start with being kind and loving and forgiving and grateful to yourself, and then extend that to everybody else. And this is just the beginning of that statement. It has layers and layers and layers upon it. So that's the I embody part. The last part of the statement is called I act. This is all about how you come forward in this journey. So, and there's 4 words to it, and we're going to, or 4 words and a combination of words. Anyway, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to discuss what does that mean. So first and foremost, it says, I act with growth mindset. What is that? Growth mindset.
Eager to learn.
Eager to learn. I push myself to learn. Yes. What else?
Not afraid of mistakes.
Not afraid of making a mistake, right? And learning from that mistake. That's an amazingly great point. Failure is a part of growth. We have to embrace it. We have to accept it. We have to forgive ourselves for it. Change the approach. Try again. Because a better outcome is going to come. Right? Failure is not forever. What else? Growth mindset. Openness, right. Awareness of where you can grow. Being open to it and aware where exactly you can grow. Maslow said there's four basic categories of growth. Physiological needs, he called them. That's all about your health. Yeah, if you're still puffing on that, tastes delicious, like peach. Who does cigarettes anymore, really? But, we know it's not good. Not good for you. Not good for your health. It's not doing anything good for your insides. Yet we do it. If you guzzle soda, like there's no tomorrow. I understand Coca-Cola is happiness. They don't give you the recipe, though. They're like, oh, how is that disorder comes about? Yay, nursing school, you'll learn about some of this stuff. It'll be good. So health is like, how many of you eat junk regularly? Yeah, don't be shy. Raise your hand. Processed foods. More than 2/3 of an American diet. We so are disconnected from what is good for our physiological health, for our bodies, for our emotional health. We constantly forget it. That's just the beginning of growth. It's figuring that out. Then you go into safety needs, right? Figuring out how to feel secure in your skin, how to feel secure in the world. That's a tough one. Most people can never accomplish that one because it's tough. This is an opportunity for you to get there, right? Through this process. Because when you are done with this, when you are licensed, guess what? You will feel amazing about yourself, A. So esteem would have built. And B, you will be much more secure. Feeling secure. Security is all about being able to live in a space beyond fear. Another thing that our egos do really, really well, fear. We're scared of everything and everybody. It's pre-wired, pre-programmed. Good news, all of that is changeable. Our brains are amazingly neuroplastic. We can create new neural pathways. Learning is all about that as well, creating new neural pathways in your brain. Yay, brain chemistry. Amazing. Anyway, so you learn about that. That's just there. Love and belonging, the next one. You can grow in that, right? Holding grudges and doing whatever. And expecting perfection of other people. Come on. When you're perfect, do that. So start improving your relationships with whomever it is. Keep good relationships and build relationships with us, right? With your instructors. They're there to support you. They're there to do that, but it's yours. It's yours to build. It's yours to grow within that. Esteem is next. Most of us have no self-esteem. Maybe it's some esteem that comes from others, but truly looking in the mirror, like, I can do better. I can be better. Bless you. I can grow better. That's what growth mindset is about. Through failures, through trials and tribulations, through all of that as human beings will go through, you push through it. The most important characteristic, and this is research, this is a couple of years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago now, in the Journal of Nursing Administration, which is another question for all of you out there in a quiz. So Journal of Nursing Administration published this study about grit. Resiliency is a part of it, of grit, saying grit is the most important characteristic of an excellent nurse. You have to. The job is so tough. It is extremely fulfilling. It is nothing else feels as good as being able to take care of people, even if they don't say thanks, right? Of doing something for them, of helping them elevate their health. And oh my goodness, our health in this nation needs elevation. And we'll talk about that later. So nothing is more fulfilling than doing that. But you have to, you have to get there. You have to learn and know quite a bit in order to be able to be effective with people. And so again, growth mindset becomes really, really important for you. Other words in this. Oh, by the way, just a little aside on the health part. All of you, when you hit your first nursing course, that first semester of your nursing courses, I will come back. This is the only other thing that I do with the learners. And we'll talk about the current state of healthcare in detail with data and all of that and evidence. Nursing, by the way, is an evidence-based profession. Nobody cares about opinions on Facebook or on CNN or on any other network, Fox, pick your poison. Nursing cares about evidence and data and science. So if you're not into that, not the right profession at all. So, but evidence right. So being evidence-based nursing demands better from us, and health anyway. So when you come to the workshop, and see my foggy brain is farting. When you come to the workshop on future of nursing, current state of healthcare, and then the future of nursing, and what as nurses we can do, and our responsibility really for building health, the health in dire straits in this country. Everybody understands that? We spend the most in the world, in absolute terms and relative terms, on health care than any other nation on earth. We spend the most, and our outcomes are far, far, far from being the best. Nursing is the largest profession, healthcare profession in the United States. It has certain responsibility with it, not just to the direct patient care of the individuals that you're taking care of, but also to the entire population, the entire community. So we'll talk more about in that workshop of what we can do, because we can. We definitely can. Now, the one solution that will never work is waiting on the government to fix it for us. We will continue spending outrageously high with that growing year over year over year, and then getting the outcomes that are worse and worse and worse, unless we change our approach as nurses. That approach starts with you. So think about that as well. Okay, so back to the evaluative statement to I act values. We're almost there, we're almost done. So growth mindset, then I act with, another word there, anybody knows? I'll give it to you. Responsibility. It is nobody else's fault. Trust me. You may want to blame the world. Blame the, number 45 number 46, those are the presidents. For your woes. You may want to do all of that. Responsibility tells you, look in the mirror. Figure out what you can do about it. What is in your control, so that awareness is really, really important. Being aware. Some things are not in your control. Like, again, the internet in this room today. Yay, whoops. We figure out what's in our control, and then we'll go forward from there. Right? So, and again, accepting your mistakes, accepting the failures kindly to yourself. Right? Take care of yourself. And then change the approach, reframe, go at it again. That is the responsible thing to do. Rather than whine and cry and bitch about it. And it's like, So everybody, good? Responsibility, yeah? Transparency is the next one. Really important in nursing. We're all human. We all make errors. We all make mistakes. Right? And this is just one side of transparency. Owning up to it, as in transparently talking about it, is important. Right? Do not hide. Do not hide you and who you are, because this is welcome. But do not hide, those parts that are not great. Be open about them, and then do what? Change. Grow. Yay. Yay, better world. Finally, building community. This is for everybody. If you're a human being, I know it's a little cold, huh? This is for you. That means everybody else as well. Building community is our responsibility. It's not about me and mine. It's about all of us together at the end of the day. Look, as a society, as human species, as Homo sapiens, we either survive together and thrive together, or we perish together. It's that simple. Nothing can be more simple than that. So you mind you all the time. You act with growth mindset, you act with responsibility, you act with transparency, you act with building community, and then all of that grounds in constant elevation. Kindness, love, forgiveness, gratitude, trust. That's how we get there. I am not giving up until we get there. Probably not in my lifetime, but we will. We can. It is ours to build the better world. How do we build it? Together, but how? The what? Changing yourself, elevating yourself, becoming better yourself, growing yourself, learning yourself, becoming a nurse yourself. Whatever it is that your dreams are, going for them. Believing that better is possible. If you would not believe that better is possible, you should not sit here. You will waste your money, waste your time, waste your energy, with nothing to show for it but debt. You already have enough debt. Yeah? I know, Christmas gifts cost a lot. Yep. You don't need to add this unless again, you're planning on succeeding with this and pushing forward and becoming better. Becoming a better human being. Elevating health for you, for your communities. We're so, I visited Alaska a few months ago for the Future of Nursing. We broadcasted it from there and met with a bunch of people there in Alaska. They have a large native population there, and wow, Alaska has health issues. A lot of chronic conditions, a lot of drug abuse, alcoholism, all of that, a lot of depression. And the folks that were sitting in the room, the learners that were sitting in the room, they're like, this is what I'm in it for. I want to see my community do better. This Native woman came to me and she said, thank you for bringing it here. I am going to do this. And she's probably, I don't know how old she was, but probably in her early 60s. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to back north to my community, and I'm going to help them. Wow. Help them elevate. Help them get better health. Help them become better. That's how we get there. Anyway, so this is about all I had to share with you. Everybody remembers the deadline, right? One assignment or the other thingy. Now again, don't feel bad that if you do that other thingy, it's okay. It's okay. But if you decide to stay, make sure you have committed. You have committed to Evolvitude. You have committed to you. You have committed to your journey. You know your why, and you send it to your learner support advisor. You know why you're doing it. You know what that future you is, and then you go for it. And we're here to support you, and we're here to celebrate you, and we're here to facilitate you on your journey. And then, hopefully 32 to 48 months from now, cheer you on as you walk across that stage. Virtual stage. Let's be real. Probably in the Oculus. But you'll be there with your family, with your friends, celebrating your success, your accomplishment. When you get there, it's not about us. It's yours. You have earned it, you have achieved it, you have journeyed through it, have become better, and made the world a little better through that. So that's that. I am going to open it up for any kind of questions that you may have right away. So let's do that. Questions? Anything burning? Anything you must know? No? Wow, no questions. Crystal clear as always. Wow. I should write. Hey, thank you for showing up today. Thank you for enrolling. We appreciate you being here. The more of us, the better, both in terms of nursing workforce and better human beings. So I wish you all the best on this journey of yours. Luck is the only thing you don't need. You know, I know we're in a casino. It's not about luck. It's about all that other stuff that we discussed. So be well, stay healthy, become healthier, elevate, continue. Drop me a line anytime you want to share any kind of great successes of yours. Please do. And then I will see you in the future of nursing next. So whenever that is for you. With that, good luck. And oh, not good luck. Oh, I was like, I just said do not. It's like what I meant. Again, foggy brain is flame forward, which is our motto for the college. It is all about carrying Florence Nightingale's flame forward, the flame of knowledge forward, the flame of growth and elevation, the light of humanity forward. So, flame forward, everybody. Say it again. Say it back. There you go. Let's try this again. So this is last assignment for the quiz people. What is the college's official motto? There you go. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.